first ASMR Kha'Zix gameplay for League of Legends. I've thought this would just be nice and fun as an April Fool's special. So yeah. Plus I've been planning on making ASMR for a very long time now because people have been saying I should do it. So here you go. Your request has been answered. Congratulations. So every now and then I'm going to be going from left to right because that's kind of more immersive, I suppose, and I hope it is sort of relaxing. I know we're playing like the most stressful game that you could possibly play for an ASMR video, but you know, sure, we'll go with it. So I don't know if you noticed, but we had a very messy level 1 fight there, and I didn't get any kills, and that's actually fine because if you take a look at our team composition, you'll notice that we have a lot of scaling champions. So it's important that the kills go to these mid laners so that we can scale faster and make it so they have an easier time in lane. And I'm going to make it very clear that this is not a game where I should be carrying. It's a game where I need to help my team. So this game is very much a game of survival to see if we can hold out early game and make it to late game where we have lots of items and stuff. So Echo comes along here, and I was kind of expecting this here, and sure enough he comes along, but my laners have priority, so there's really nothing that the Echo can do to take this blue buff, so I can easily take it for myself. As you can see, the Echo also runs all the way down to the bottom river, which means that I can go and take this topside scuttle grab, which is really good for me. And after the grab, I'm looking at my top lane, wondering if I can maybe secure a kill on this Aatrox, but unfortunately the Silas dies very early, and there's just nothing I can do against an Aatrox in the middle of his minions, not isolated, so that was not very good, but it's okay, because I shouldn't really be trying to make too many ganks happen early game, since we're weaker, much weaker than them early game. As you can see, my bot lane got tower dove, and that tends to happen when they have such strong laners early game, and we have very weak laners early game. Not to mention, we have barely any CC, which makes it very hard for me to actually gank a lane. So yeah, it's just a very slow-paced early game, and I figured this game would be quite suitable for this type of video. Just a nice slow gameplay Red Smite here because, as you can see, their team has a lot of damage, and so the damage reduction from Red Smite will help me. It will help me survive. I bet you've never heard anyone tell you why Red Smite is good through ASMR. Congratulations, you're among one of the first to witness it. Nice. So there's still not much I can do here, so I have to just try and take my jungle camps so that I can get my level 6 and help my team out a lot more. For those of you who are new perhaps to League of Legends, or for some reason just kind of stumbled upon this video because you were searching for some ASMR, well, I'm sorry, you might not understand a lot of these, like the terms I'm using, but I do hope that it kind of relaxes you in a way, so yeah, I'm sorry. So the enemy LeBlanc comes down here, and I try and stick around to make sure my bot lane doesn't get dove, and once I see that the echo is at my red, I kind of just have to leave it because I'm getting some lag here. Because as I said, we are very weak laners early game, and if you didn't see, the LeBlanc was in my jungle. And so unfortunately, my bot lane gets dove again, which is quite unfortunate because I just backed off and disconnected. So yeah, that kind of distracted me a little bit, and I let my bot lane get dove. But once again, that's fine because we are going to scale. Our whole objective in this game is to just scale, and that's really all we have to do to win this game. If we make it to the mid to late game, there's absolutely nothing that they can do against us. So we kind of just win by team composition. So here, as you can see, I evolve my R, and I try and go for another gank onto the Aatrox, but unfortunately the Silas goes in a little too early, and I'm left 1v1ing the Aatrox in his minion wave. So yet another unfortunate gank, and I was getting a little, you know what, it doesn't matter. It was just quite unfortunate that I'm not able to do anything in this game because of the lanes and the enemy team composition, but that's okay because it's pretty clear that we all understand what our win condition is, and that's perfectly fine. No one's, flaming or becoming upset with their game state, and that's great. This is on my main account, by the way, in about Diamond 1, so the players are actually quite good. So I'm waiting here to see if I can maybe accomplish something, but unfortunately there's still nothing that I can do. And the team is kind of pinging the dragon around here. There's a lot of activity going around near the dragon, but once again, there's not really much I can do, because if I go for the dragon now, I will get collapsed on by the enemy, and I don't really know if we can win that fight. If it happens. So unfortunately, if you can take a look, or if you are looking, if you take a look at the top side of the map, my Silas died yet again, and the Echo has put the Rift Herald down there. So the enemy is clearly trying to snowball as fast as they can and get a lead as fast as they can. But here I managed to jump on the Echo and pick up a kill for myself without his ultimate. So that's the first thing I've been able to do all game, and you know, it worked out, and it was really good for me because I was seriously struggling for gold and experience. So getting a kill for myself is very, very, very good. It means that I can potentially become more useful earlier on, because contrary to what a lot of people think, Kha'Zix is a scaling champion for the most part, unless you get kills early game. And by scaling champion, I don't mean game length wise or levels. I just mean he needs items. And so, if you can get your items early on into the game, then you become very, very strong. I guess you could say he's more of an expensive jungler rather than a scaling jungler. So once again, the Echo is here, but I know I'm in the position to actually contest this buff, so I do manage to take it, which is good for me. But unfortunately, I make a massive mistake, and I fail my jump, and I miss my flash, and I die in the most humiliating way possible as Kha'Zix. So that was unfortunate. But like I said, it doesn't really matter too much so long as we keep farming, keep staying, staying alive, I suppose. Not letting them get too much. Thankfully, the enemy team couldn't really get all that much out of that death by me, so it's not too bad of an outcome. And so, yeah, Silas dies again, and like I said, it's fine. I do believe that I come mid lane and cover the wave for the CS, which means I can grab all the gold and all the experience for myself, which is always nice. And sure enough, my blue buff got taken because we don't have much pressure. My raptors also got taken as well, which is very bad for me because I'm losing out on a lot of my camps, which is denying me experience and gold. And LeBlanc is here in my jungle, so obviously I have to be very careful, and I'm looking to see if I can do anything here. Unfortunately not, so I go to the one camp that I can afford to take, which is my Grump. And as you will see, a fight is about to break out as the Aatrox tries to contest my Grump. But yeah, so I do manage to secure the Grump, but I get dragged in and I'm forced to use my ulti and just narrowly live, which is great. With the Azir backing me up, I was able to secure another kill for myself, which is also good because it puts me that closer to Duskblade. And as you can see, I'm going towards my raptors so that I can farm and get enough gold to grab the Duskblade. And one more camp. I hope you are enjoying the experience so far. I know this is very different to the videos I make normally. Well, maybe it isn't, I don't know. But I'm actually whispering in this one for once, so yeah. Anyway, I recall and get the Duskblade, which is a massive power spike for me. Unfortunately, I'm still 2 levels behind the enemy jungler and solo laners, which kind of is unfortunate, but that's okay. That's kind of natural. Playing from behind like this when we have a scaling composition is completely fine. It's just another win condition, and a lot of players are not familiar with scaling comps, and so they don't play to a scaling comp's win condition very well. Anyway, here, I know that I'm strong, and look at where the LeBlanc is. The LeBlanc is right next to me, right? So, I'm looking to see if I can grab something here, because her flash is down. And so, I sit in the bush here and I wait, and then I wait for my team to come, and I burst her down very, very quickly. But she's very, very mobile, so she gets away very, very easily. I don't have enough damage just yet to properly secure the kill. I instead have to try and just go for picks and apply pressure wherever I can. Anyway, a fight is broken up down ball lane, so I managed to come down and pick up a kill for myself. And I also get onto the misfortune and fail my flash yet again, which causes me to miss her, and that was very unfortunate. Anyway, we do manage to pick up 2 more kills with my team, which is fantastic, and this is kind of the turning point of the game, where we're actually starting to get items, and as you can see, the LeBlanc comes along, and I do a lot of damage at this point, but she's too slippery yet again, and I have to back off. But the good thing is that we still have 4 members of my team here, and the enemy tries to contest the dragon with only 2 of their members, which is very questionable. Wouldn't you agree? So yeah, we've gotten some more kills there, which is great. It really is good, and it's good for us because the enemy is not respecting our power creep. I think that's the term to use. I think that's a good term to use. The power creep of scaling champions that get stronger throughout the game. Anyway, the Aatrox comes along here, and me and Azir are able to shut him down very, very easily. As I said, we have some very solid damage now, and I buy yet another serrated dirk, which gives me even more lethality, so that I can deal a lot more damage to the enemy. And so we're in a very good spot right now. The enemy has started to try and do Baron, and I need my team to come up with me. Sure enough, they back off, and that puts a stop to the Baron call, which is great. always keep on farming and make sure not to die, so that we can get our items and outscale the enemy team. So this area is warded, but I'm being very careful, and I do manage to secure this crab here, which is fantastic. Anyway, I actually get collapsed on here, which is very bad. This is another bad mistake by me. So by letting Echo jump on me, I actually picked a fight that was not in our favor. So I started a fight and caused the enemy team to collapse on my own team and kill them, which is going to be all my fault. Yeah, it's just a huge mistake. We don't manage to get anything either. I try and jump on the Echo here, but it doesn't work, and my Caitlyn dies to the Aatrox, and soon after I get chased down and die as well. So you can see that all of that was caused by me, which is not good. Not good at all. And the enemy team starts the Baron, and there's nothing we can do to contest it. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I've been making a few mistakes here that have really been causing us to lose lots from the map. Anyway, it's fine because we're a scaling comp. So the Aatrox here is taking my red, and the Caitlyn manages to secure it, but for some reason he gets very aggressive and runs into all three of us, which is questionable, and then he flashes away, which is very questionable as well, and I managed to pick up another kill for myself. So yeah, that was really weird. I don't know why he went for that, but you know, I guess I'll take it. Yeah. So the enemy team is pretty much just all in our jungle, and it's a little hard to get any vision when they are such a threat. So they try and start a fight here and push into our base with the Baron buff, but fortunately we have some very good wave clear with Caitlyn and Azir starting to scale, so yeah, that's very good. So I just take every bit of farm that I can right now, and yeah, I pick up this big minion wave topside, as well as my jungle camps. And this is really big for me. I'm starting to go towards my third item, which is going to be Ghost Blade. Another small fight breaks out here, and luckily I'm around the back, so I'm easily able to pick up the Misfortune, and then I bait out the Echo ultimate, and then we finish him off again. So two nice picks there, and then the Aatrox once again gets very greedy, and so I jump on him and slow him down so that my team can catch up and kill him. Very greedy Aatrox. I don't know, he's just a little questionable, but it's all good. So with the three enemies being dead, me and Azir and I, we push up mid lane and try and get these towers. But with the enemy team coming to collapse on us, we have to back off here. Because if we don't, then we just die. And we don't want that happening. So I decide to recall. And what do I buy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I buy a ghost blade. And then I buy a Kindle gem so that I can get 40% cooldown reduction so that my ultimate is up more often when I need it to be. And that's gonna be really good for me. So I'm looking around here, checking to see if there are any wards, but I have to back off because of the echo, sure enough. And I believe what happens here is the enemy comes along to my gromp and inside my jungle. Yep. So I get seen here and I jump towards the bush and I use my ultimate to sneak up on the LeBlanc and I deal a lot of burst. Take a look at that. And then I stealth and she gets very greedy for that control ward. And I managed to kill her and jump out. So that was very good for me. I'm at the point where I can reliably kill people now. I know that sounds weird saying it in an ASMR video, but sure. Yeah. Also, I want to try something. I heard the sound sounds nice, so I'm just giving it a try. Okay, I'm sorry if it doesn't sound very good. But I've heard a few audios where people use that sound and it's quite comforting. So, I mean, yeah, there we go. So, Echo comes into the bush and I get into a bit of a scrap with him. I burn out his ultimate and my Azir comes to save me. So, you can see here that I'm starting to make riskier plays because I'm becoming more confident throughout the game, and so is my team. My team is becoming a lot stronger, and so this is giving us the chance to be more aggressive and, find more kills. As you can see, we just did on the Aatrox, and the enemy team tries to force their way into the base here. We really just have to wait for our team to come, and the Silas just dies straight away. And so all I really need to do is stay back and make sure my team doesn't get collapsed on. And so we try and look for more. Echo goes back in. I get chunked down a little bit, and then look at this Azir. This Azir goes crazy, and he picks up 2 of the enemy team. And I loop round, and I manage to pick up the Misfortune here, and then I stealth, and I pick up the LeBlanc as well. So that was a fantastic fight for us, and this is definitely the turning point of the game, where we are strong enough to fight the enemy team, and yeah, that allows us to take the dragon and also take the Baron. And just like that, with one team fight, we managed to come out ahead and are stronger than the enemy team now. And the enemy team doesn't expect it because, like I said, people don't really know how to play very well against scaling team compositions. And so, it's very good that we managed to stick to our win condition and take out the enemy team that way. And it paid off really well. So, I get caught off guard here, and Echo's have to be very careful when moving in our own jungle. So I stick around here because I don't actually need to be with my team down there. I kind of stayed around here just in case I could catch someone off guard, but that doesn't happen, and instead I just kind of defend the other lanes. I also try and look for the LeBlanc here. Sure enough, I find her, and she just goes backwards, and I'm kind of stupid here. I miss her completely. As you can see, she passes by on the minimap. So I went in the complete wrong direction, which caused me to miss that kill. But in the meantime, my team is pushing bot lane, which is good. So, with not much else to do on the map, I understand that it's a good time to go for this tower and just recall and buy my Lord Dominic's for way more damage and armor penetration. So, there you go. Now all that's really left is to end the game, because we still have the Baron buff, and fortunately my team actually managed to grab a pick, and that's huge for us, because now we can reliably siege into the enemy base. But obviously a fight breaks out here, and I loop round. I'm targeting the Misfortune here, flash over, kill her, speed over to the LeBlanc and kill her too, and then jump onto the Tarek and kill him as well, and then die in the process. But yeah, that is gonna be the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed this very special edition of ASMR League of Legends gameplay. I might do more in the future, who knows, but thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.